Hi friends, hope you're all doing great. This particular video is very important for people who are not having pension in their employment. The beauty of this particular video is everyone who is aspiring for a short-term investment and a long-term pension continuously throughout your life, this video is for you. Okay? Now, I'll tell you a small background before I really introduce this particular product of LIC to you all. I've been getting quite a lot of feedbacks about short-term investments and long-term returns, which LIC was not having a policy so far. Meaning, when I was going for prospecting, when I was trying to meet customers to offer them pension plans, or rather investment plans, there was a common feedback which I was receiving from all the segments. Why I have to invest for a substantially long term to get returns from LIC. Meaning, I'll have to invest a minimum period of 12 years and then start getting the returns for that. Why are they not introducing plans for a short-term investment? Say, for example, 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, and stuff like that. At that point of time, LIC was having a premium payment period of minimum 12 years. Now, that particular grievance, that particular concern has been taken care and a new policy has been introduced called Jeevan Utsav. The highlight of this policy is you can invest for a minimum period of 5 years and start getting your returns right from 6th year. Meaning you can start getting your pension right from 6th year throughout your life guaranteed without the fluctuations of RBI's rate of interest and the stock market fluctuations or imbalances in the economy, because this pension is going to be guaranteed by the government of India. Why? Because LICs, all investments are going to be guaranteed by LIC, by government of India. Now I'll try to name the policy and highlight some of the features so that you can really imagine how this can suit you. To tell you the fact, this particular policy is applicable for all the segments of the people, right from a newborn child till a person who is 65 years. Right, who can take this policy and start generating a pension throughout their life. And to top it, this policy has got a life coverage, which means a death benefit as well. Okay. Now, the name of the policy is Jeevan Utsav, meaning festival. It's really a festival for all of us because nowadays, all the private companies, almost about 88 to 90% of the people in India are working in private sector. And what we really want is after our active work life, we need to have an amount because we are habituated for a salary from our employer. So that salary is what is going to be converted into pension, and that pension is going to come lifelong till the end of our life. And that's exactly what we want, because you are accustomed to getting a monthly salary or a pension or an amount which is deposited in the bank. Okay, this pension amount is going to not only satisfy your lifestyle but maintain the lifestyle what you've been having before your retirement. Okay, let me start diving deep into this features of the policy. The first feature, the beautiful feature of this policy is you can invest your money for as less as 5 years period, which means after your 5 years of investment, you'll start getting a pension continuously for your lifelong from the 6th year. You can also start investing on flexible period of investments like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, till 12 years, or rather till 16 years. Meaning you can invest as long as 16 years and start getting your pension from the end of 16th year or the beginning of 17th year. Okay, this is the first feature, which is very, very good. So ideally, for people who are actually at the age of 55, they can invest for 5 years and start getting a pension from the 60th year if they have not invested on any pension policies prior in their life. So beautiful chance. Same way, there are different segments of people who can make use of this particular policy. Right from a newborn child. For example, if the child is 90 days old, okay, a parent or a grandparent can actually start taking a policy on the child, and the child can start receiving a pension after 17 years, exactly at the time when they start their education, right? That amount will be extremely useful because that will lessen your burden of trying to pay for the fees for the professional courses what they're going to undertake. Okay. Then the people who are actually coming into a job at the age of 22, 23 can also make use of this policy to take it for 16 years. Say, for example, a person who has just joined at the age of 22 So 16 years policy would ideally mean 38 years. So ideally from 38 years to the end of his life, he can really have a pension throughout his life and guaranteed. Okay. So that's the third segment, which is very, very important, which should remember to take this policy. Now, coming to the features of the policy. When you are receiving the pension, you've got a beautiful flexibility here. Either you can start taking your pension from the end of your premium payment period till the end of your life, or postpone the receiving of your pension to get it accumulated whenever you want it. I'll quote a previous example actually as one of the things here. A person of 22 years wants to take a pension, okay, pension policy of this, and he takes a premium period of 16 years. Now, at the age of 38, he is supposed to receive the pension. Now, he says, I don't want to receive the pension at the age of 38 because I'm actually working. So what he does is he postpones his pension to another 5 years, which is 43. So when he postpones the pension to 43 years, his pension accumulates. Okay, he receives greater pension than what he would have been receiving at 38, meaning the pension amount is going to accumulate at the rate of 5.5% compounding annually. So that means you're going to receive a higher pension from the age of 43. And suppose he further says that, I don't want even at the age of 43, but I want at the age of 50, fair enough, fantastic. He's going to actually start receiving a very, very high pension from the age of 60, from the age of 50, and throughout his lifetime, he'll be getting this pension on a higher basis, which is impeccable, my dear friends. Impeccable. I'll quote some examples on what all you need to invest, how much you would be getting at the age of your pension receiving age, and what if you are going to defer for 5 years or 10 years or 15 years. Okay, I'll give this particular example in an Excel sheet enclosed in my notes. Okay, please go through that and please clarify all the questions you have. Now, let me come to the the broad level of the features what this really policy has. So from the age of 90 days of a child, where you can take a policy, till the age of 65, you can actually take a policy. Your pension should invariably start when you are 75 years. You cannot postpone beyond that. Okay, and the minimum coverage amount which needs to be applied for is 5 lakhs, and the minimum period of investment is 5 years. Okay, and how is it? What is the amount of pension you would be receiving? You would be receiving a pension of 10% on your coverage amount annually. Meaning, when you take a 5 lakhs coverage, you get 50,000 annually. So you may immediately think, oh, 50,000 annually is damn less. Why should I invest? No, not really. Actually, this is only a minimum amount. They are fixed, actually. So you can always increment your investment. You can take 25 lakhs. You can take 50 lakhs. Based on your capacity, based on affordability, or you can actually start taking a lower amount and start incrementing it, okay, year by year, or a couple of years, once in a couple of years, to increase the pensionable amount when you're actually retiring. So there are two flexibilities here. One, you can start taking multiple policies to generate a pension from age X, and you can also postpone your pension till your age X to receive higher pension amount. How is this? Is it not excellent? So, my dear friends, this particular plan of Jeevan Utsav is phenomenal, and it is applicable for all the segments of the people who really don't have pension. It's a golden opportunity, actually. See, all the people after their retirement would like to have a continuous income to substantiate, their after work life experience. Nowadays, the average age of a person is almost about 72 years to 75 years. So what he would be doing after retirement, say from 60 to say 75, 15 years, then at the same time, he also needs to support his spouse. After his retirement, he needs to have a pension of his own. He needs to support his spouse. He needs to also take care of his medical benefits. He needs to also fulfill his, ambitions of going to various places like holy places, picnic spots and all that stuff, and enjoy his life. And that's exactly this pension needs to come to him. Okay, my dear friends. So these are the small features of this policy. I'll try to give a detailed description in my notes about these eligibility criteria and some example as to how you can see, where you can see how much pension you're going to receive by investing what amount. And at the same time, if you defer that particular pension receiving age, how much are you going to get increasingly? Okay. I think this video should be useful for you. And I would really request you to pass on this video to all your friends and relatives who also are in the same ground of not having a pensionable job to take this pension policy. You know what? When you start helping a friend of an advice which is worth lifetime, that is the noblest act of yours. He will remember you throughout your life. Okay? So, my dear friends, please pass on this video to all your friends and relatives. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button so that you can start getting very important videos like this. And I will see you in the next video with more interesting information like this. Okay? Take care. Bye. All the best.